Okay, so the demonstration is for creating a very basic HTML page. As you can see, I've just created a prototype of this page using Microsoft Word. So as you can see on screen, if you want to create something like this in terms of your HTML web page, all you see right now on the screen, the white canvas, which will be obviously your browser, so we don't have to worry about that part. All we need to do is we need to add the contents. As you can see on screen, the first thing you see is the heading. Then we have a horizontal line, as you can see, and after the horizontal line at the ends, we have the copyright instructions with a special character as copyright symbol. Now all these things you can see on screen can be easily reproduced using HTML tags. Okay, we just need headings, horizontal line, a copyright special character, and a simple paragraph to display the copyright text. Okay, let's see how we can reproduce all of that. Now to type all our HTML tags and reproduce this exact structure, I'm gonna minimize this, and we are going to use Notepad++. You can use Notepad, which is a plain text editor, or you can use Text Wrangler, which is for Mac users. But we have already Notepad++ installed, which is through Start, All Programs, Notepad++, and that's the exe link. When you click on it, this is where we come. It opens a blank page for you. Now, every single HTML page we write, we always start with its compulsory or mandatory semantic structure. Okay, means our basic tags which every single HTML page must have. Okay. We start writing those tags with the brackets, with the name of the tag at the beginning should be HTML, then the greater than bracket that completes your opening pair of the HTML tag. Okay, and if you remember, I explained you earlier as well, I write my closing pairs straight away because we have seen that we do kind of tend to forget closing the pairs, and then HTML punishes you in a browser. So just try and keep this habit of closing your tags. I'm just gonna put some enter, and with the less than bracket we add a forward slash, which is indication of the end or the closing pair, and the closing pair I will obviously write HTML greater than bracket to finish my closing pair tag. Okay, so as you can see, this is the start of your HTML page, and that's the end of your HTML page. Now to add rest of the tags in between, click your cursor between this pair and organize your page nicely. So this way at least you will never ever forget your closing pairs. The second mandatory section we create within the HTML page is the head. So we write less than brackets, head, finish the opening bracket. Okay, again as a habit, couple of spaces, less than forward slash for the closing pair of head tag, and that's it. Okay, so we got head section. Within the head section, we keep our cursor in between the pair, and we write the third mandatory tag, which is the title. And I'm gonna write the title, welcome to my London page. Where do we see the titles in HTML pages? Where does the title appear? Correct. In a web browsers, normally when you preview the HTML page, this is a normal Internet Explorer, and as you can see here at the top of the blue bar of all single browsers, we have some text written by default. At the moment I can see ELAT here. Now that's actually the title of the web page. So whatever I have written, that will actually appear in the title bar of my browser here. Okay, that's the content of my title. Obviously it should go after the title opening tag, and it should end with closing of your title pair. So that will take care of your head section. Okay, this is the correct sequence. Once you finish your head, click outside your head closing pair, hit enter to create some space to organize our HTML contents, and start writing your body tag. So let me write the opening pair of body, closing pair of body, and you can see the semantic basic structure. So as a general rule, as a general thumb rule, you can say, every single page you will design must have HTML tag, opening pair, head, title, closing of the head. Make sure the title pair must go between the head pair. Okay, because this is where they should be always. At the end of the head, you should start body, end your body, and after the body finish, you should end your HTML page. Now this is a correct sequence you should always follow. Okay, maybe you can save it as a basic template for all your future pages. So whenever you want to create a new page, open your basic template, start contents, and just go to the file, save as, and save it with different names you want. So at least you don't have to rewrite your templates again and again. Okay. Now to go forwards and finish off our page, this is what we want to achieve as I've started with. We want a heading at the top, then we need a horizontal line, and then we need a copyright symbol and a simple paragraph says copyright 2012. Okay. We go back to our Notepad++, and all you see or anything you want to show in your browser's body here, that should go between your body pairs, because body will display the contents in the actual web browsers. Okay, your head is an information which will stay behind the browser page. If you want to display anything, 100% it must go here between the body pair. Okay, sometimes browsers will still show you even if it is outside body tags, but that is not the correct way to do it. Okay, it is not the preferred way or recommended way by W3C, because browsers are just interpreters. If they just find HTML tag, they will show you, but as a good programmer we shouldn't do that. We should always write the display contents tags within the opening and the closing of the body tags. Okay, yes. No, it will come, remember I've shown you, it will come at the top of your head here, only in the title bar. Nothing will come in the display section. This is your display. The whole thing, yeah? These are just your browser tabs. But anything under the browsers after the tab, this is your display area. Now, anything you want to display here must come from the body tags. Okay, so always remember this. Let's go back. I'm gonna close this off for a while. Go back to my Notepad++ page. We finish off the head. Now in the body, the first thing, as I've shown you here, we need to show my London. So if I go back to the Notepad++, inside the body tags, we will use the largest heading available, which is bracket H1. That's the opening pair, and I'm closing my H1 as well as I have it. So I got my HTML tag, and what I want to show, you should write between the opening and the closing tags. So we want to show, as per our design, my London. Okay, as we said, M and L capitals. I'm just going to make that M and L capital here as a content. Now this is a content, as I highlighted. The contents will go between your tags, and the browsers, they don't show you the tags. They will produce the contents and they will show it in a web browsers. Okay, now after these heading tags, I'm just going to click on the next line after the H1. And what should be the next thing? That's done. After that, we need a horizontal line. So for horizontal line, after the H1 closing tag, on the next line, I'm going to write a single pair tag called HR, which stands for horizontal rule. Okay. Now this is a single tag, so we just write with HR space a forward slash in it and a greater than symbol. We're going through this, that if the tag is not in the pair, we should always close it by putting a forward slash before the greater than symbol. Okay. Yeah, just take the single tags. Some tags are there which are not having a closing pairs because they don't have a content. So if they don't have a closing pair, we should still close them by adding a forward slash before the greater than symbol. Now there are not too many, there are only 7, 8 which normally we use, which will be only in the single tag. Okay, so only this HR will give us the horizontal line. Okay, and after the horizontal line, the last thing we need to add, as we can see, a special character copyright. We'll go back after the horizontal line. Special characters, we start with ampersand symbol, then we write acronym copy and we put semicolon. This is the way to write special characters or the shapes in HTML. Okay, now literally next to the copyright symbol we want to show the text copyright 2012. To show that, after the semicolon just give one single space and we can add a P tag. So the P tag will go on the next line. We can just start straight away as a copyright 2012. We can, yeah, we're gonna do that next. So if you just keep it as it is, let me save this page for a while. We're gonna keep, this is the mandatory tags we wrote. Let's go to File, Save As, and this is my HTML page because 1064 is our folder. I will create another folder here for day 2. Double click on day 2 folder, and inside this folder we are going to save this particular page. Now I'm going to save this page by giving a file name, as you can see in the window, as london.html. So you should never forget giving .html extensions to your pages. Okay, once we write all the name with the correct extension, we just click on save. Okay, and through your Notepad++, you can go to Run menu, which is at the top, and from the Run menu, we can launch any browser to test our web page. Okay, so if I can launch my IE, which is Internet Explorer, there you go. Have we achieved what we needed? As you can see, we got My London in a Word documents. We got My London in the browser. Then we got horizontal rule, a copyright character, and the copyright text. This is how we should write, save, and preview the pages in a web browser. Let me end this recording for a while.